Reissue, back to the Cymru Nerd Cave. Very nearly said Christmas Nerd Cave then because I've got the lights up. Ooh, yes, well, it's my favourite time of year, so obviously Christmas is gonna feature heavily, and there will be advent calendars. Oh yes, there will be advent calendars. I'll show them off in a little bit, as in probably the next couple of videos. But I just thought, let's do something other than a video game video. Let's do something that I've been meaning to do for a while, because I bought these back in September, I think it was. There's two of them. I'm not going to show both of them now, but you'll probably be able to guess what one is after I've shown the one I am going to show off today. And it is, well, it's this guy. Beast Wars Throwback, I guess, redo. It's not a redo, because the redo is over there somewhere. But it's brand new but old Megatron Beast Wars 1996. Just like the Kenner version was. It's amazing. It even comes in a throwback box here. Look, let me show you. Look at how cool. Look at how cool and pretty. I've nowhere to keep this bloody thing. But it's so nice, and it shows all the others that you can get as well. So you can get Megatron Primal. We've got Primal. Cheetor, Rat Trap. And they're bringing out Scorponok as well. And I'm hoping they're going to bring out sort of some more as well. And it's got this lovely sort of tech spec, I guess. It's not a tech spec, but it's Predacon Megatron. It says, it's black on red, so it's difficult to read. Predacon Commander, duplicating dinosaur DNA stolen from human research labs. The evil leader Megatron has re-engineered his body structure and equipped it with fearsome high-tech firepower. Now, that's where it differs from what a lot of us know, because we don't know that story because it never really happened. But the Beast Wars were supposed to be the Transformers we all know and love, the G1 Transformers, transposed and changed into animals for some reason, because they nicked dinosaur DNA or gorilla DNA and so on and so forth. Right, well, that didn't happen, did it? Because they scrapped that almost immediately as it happened, and they just flung these guys back in time excuse me, to the prehistoric days, where a few of them scanned animal forms and turned into animals for protection because energon is harmful. Or too much energon is harmful. But mostly all the other Predacons, or Maximals as they really were floating above the earth in pods. But we never really saw most of the toys that you could buy in the cartoon, which in one instance is absolutely brilliant. In another one, it's complete and utter death for the toy line, isn't it? Because you're never going to see your guy in the show, which, you know, has happened quite a lot with G1 as well. But I don't know, back in those days you didn't really notice, because the main guys, there were no real main guys in this, apart from this guy and obviously Maximal, Optimus Primal, sorry, should I say. What was that? Just had a hair in my mouth, to apologise about that. Could edit it out, probably won't. So yeah, this guy, I never had this guy. I will say right now, I never had this guy at the time, because I didn't know it really existed. It wasn't really on telly in the UK. I've been through this already. It was never really on telly in the UK, so we didn't know these guys existed. We didn't at least know the storyline behind them. So we just saw these toys and we're thinking, well, that's not Megatron, that's not Prime, and it also isn't Hasbro, because it says on there, Kenner, and this is before Hasbro really started branded on Kenner themselves, because you do have the Hasbro symbol, that wouldn't have been there. It's got Kenner. Well, people my age would have known Kenner as the guys who did the Star Wars stuff and Mask and whatnot. So yeah, we didn't really connect the two until much later. And in the show, obviously, they started off not thinking that these guys were the G1 guys, and then eventually came around to the fact that they were, because of people like Benson Yee and a lot of other people who were on message boards in 1997 and 1998. But I wasn't one of those people. But anyway, here we have Megatron Tyrannosaurus Rex version. Oh, isn't he pretty? And he's a big boy as well. He's a big lad. He's a definite leader figure. And the fact that they brought this guy out again exactly the same as he was is just astounding to me and just so amazing. Big purple dinosaur like Barney, because obviously with his green back, which I always loved in the show, it looked really, really good. One thing you will notice about this guy is that he's very textured. It sounds like a silly thing, but you wouldn't think he would be that textured. He's, you know, effectively a robot dinosaur, but they made him to look as dinosaur-y as possible. Remember, this is only 3 years after Jurassic Park, and Jurassic Park had been massively successful. So, yeah, dinosaurs were in for sure, and this guy was definitely in. He's covered in lots of little warts as well, which I love. He's so cool. Look at him. He does have massive screw holes on this side of his body, but you know, you get used to it. You're a Transformers fan, but he looks fantastic. And you press on his head, you press up, and he's got spring-loaded jaws. What I really like about it is that he's got little sort of bits of skin on his jaws as well. I don't know if you can see that, but they draw back as he opens his mouth. You've also got the squirt gun feature there, if you can take this out, and I'm not going to because I never know how to. But if you take it out, you can squirt his gun, his tongue sort of depresses, and he squirts out water. Not going to be doing that because, you know, obviously you don't want to ruin my toy. But doesn't he look good? His little arms move as well, and they're on ball joints, because this is the era where ball joints finally make a proper appearance and become the heroes. His tail obviously doesn't move. His legs do move, but not much. He's not a posy guy at all. He's a bit of a statue in this form. But do you know what? I love it anyway. He's got his little legs that come out there, but don't do that just yet. But he's covered in, like I say, covered in warts, covered in texture. He looks the part. He looks like a robotic T-Rex, or he looks like a T-Rex, sorry, not a robotic one. He looks like a proper T-Rex. He's got nice red eyes as well, which he never had in the show. But he looks great. He's fantastic. I guess we should transform into robot mode and see how cool he is underneath as well. Let's do that now. So just before I show Megatron off, I will show the instructions, because they come on modern, but also it looks like kind of throwback instructions. So they come on this. They would have done back in the day come on paper as well, not on the back of the box. But yeah, it does say Predacon Megatron, and yeah, it's nice. It's really nice. It comes in purple. Now, Optimus Primal, when I show him off another time, he comes on green. So they've tried to keep up the Maximal and Predacon colour schemes as well, which is really cool. I do like that. But once you do transform Megatron, you get this piece of wonderfulness. Look at him. Look at how purple and black he is. He's great. He has his mutant head going on as well. But if you just break that open, that was supposed to be a plot point. It was supposed to be a story point at some point in the Beast Wars fiction. Was that their mutant heads took over or something? Let's see if I can get a better look at that for you. There we go. Can you see that better? He's very black, you see. And it's very cool. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I look so cool. I can't really do Megatron. There's only one line I can really do with Megatrons, and that's when he gets shot in the back by Cheetah in one of the first episodes. He says, oh, treacherous behaviour. I like you, kitty. Oh, yes. But it shall avail you not. No. Something like that, anyway. Stuck with me. Not that I know the whole line, but it still stuck with me. It's been a while since I've seen Beast Wars, lads. I'm sorry. But he does look very cool. I do love him a lot. Articulated up the yin-yang. He does everything you want. He's got this weird arm that doesn't always work, it has to be said. The ratchet on it isn't great. But it wasn't great back then either. But it does that, look. If you do it down sometimes it doesn't work, and I look like a doofus. Hang on a second, it just needs to be pulled out all the way. And I seem to recall this being a problem back in the day as well. But there, you can see it. It opens up and closes. There we are. We're doing it. We're doing it. Look at it. That's his arm. And his other arm is obviously a dinosaur head. But that was also supposed to be his fusion cannon. So if you press that open, that's where the water gun feature comes in. but he is very, very cool. And he does move around as he should, and he looks the part, and it's a throwback toy. Of course it is. This is like in the early 2000s when the G1 stuff came in, and everyone was like, oh well, it's not as good as the stuff around today. Well, of course it's not. It's not as engineered as the new stuff, but fuck it, it's Megatron, isn't it? And he, you know, he's got waist swivels, which we never used to have with Transformers. Oh yeah, the other thing is you can pop around these Yorkshire pudding pancake things, and if you push on that, then I'm not going to have it fly across the room, but one of these weird shaped missiles comes out. Very weird, very odd. Hopefully you never use them, because you will lose them. They will go across your room and you will never see them again. But oh, the nostalgia feels in this is just massive. It just looks so good on your shelf alongside your other Beast Wars stuff, and it's something I will be collecting more of. But on eBay at the moment there isn't much Beast Wars stuff. I don't know why. Maybe it just isn't popular at the moment, but it's going to get popular because Kingdom's going to make it popular. But this is a treat. This looks really, really cool, and I love it a lot. So if you can buy it, if you can go to Hasbro Pulse, because that's where I got it from, it is on there, so please do get that if you can. But that's it from me today. I should be back very, very soon, because we've got a Tottenham Hotspur video coming. Of course we do, so please do look on that for Sensible Soccer. And I bought a Switch recently, so I'm going to see if I can get a graphics card for the Switch Lite. Possibly, possibly not, I don't know. Well, I'll work it out, and I might be playing some games on there, because I've got like Sonic Racing and Sonic Forces and FIFA 22, of which I seem to be okay at. I don't know either, but never mind. Buy Megatron, buy Optimus Primal. I should be back very soon with that one, because he's very cool as well. But until next time, please do take care of yourselves and each other. Bye bye for now.